Is it common sense and safety, or are the UK government trying to control us? Now, before you don the tin hats and jump majestically into the comments section, tell me about the government are trying to control our minds and conspiracies to that nature, let me just stop you there and let you know that the introduction I've just done then was a bit of tongue-in-cheek, a bit of a laugh, and it's based on comments I've been getting on some of my videos regarding drone flight, night flight, and also no-fly zones. So when it comes to night flights, when it comes to drone safety, when it comes to drone maps themselves, I wanted to do everything at a beginner level so everybody can understand it. Obviously, if you've just bought a drone, you might think you can just turn it on, get it straight up in the sky, fly wherever you want with no consequence. So I do videos that basically tells people that information with no sort of crazy terminology. It's all simple to talk about. So today I want to talk about drone maps themselves. What do they mean? What do the various zones mean? What does the yellow, red and blue ones mean? But basically, in a nutshell, it just means that we can all fly up there in safety without bumping into each other, whether it's a remote control plane, whether it's another person's drone, whether it's the fighter jets that seem to be flying around at the moment, or sort of anything like that. It just means that we know exactly where everybody is. We can take our little bit of skies and fly safely, not injuring anybody or our property. And yeah, it just makes perfect sense. So I've done one on drone safety and what you need to do from registering your drone and so forth. Today, I just want to pinpoint on drone maps what the zones mean, what the colours mean. So obviously you can understand that and we can all be singing from the same hymn sheet. So yeah, check the drone maps out now. Today we're taking a deep dive into understanding the UK drone fly zones to keep your flights safe, legal and hassle-free. We're looking at the interactive drone safety map by Altitude Angel, and we've set our coordinates right in the heart of the northeast, specifically looking over the Teesside area. If you fly here or anywhere in the UK, you're going to run into a mix of red, blue and yellow zones on your screen. But what do they actually mean? Let's break it down. First up, we have the red zones. If you look just southeast of your centre point, you'll see a massive red overlay. This is a flight restriction zone, or an FRZ, surrounding Teesside International Airport. Under UK Civil Aviation Authority, or CAA, laws, red zones are strictly prohibited airspace. It is a criminal offence to fly your drone of any size or weight within the zone unless you have explicit prior permission from the airport's air traffic control. The reason for this is crucial. This airspace protects manned commercial flights and helicopters during the most vulnerable phases, takeoff and landing. Never risk taking off here without clearance. Next, let's look at the blue zones. On this map, blue typically indicates the aerodrome traffic zone, controlled airspace or temporary navigation warning, often driven by what's called a NOTAM, or Notice to Airmen. You might find these popping up around the northeast for temporary events, military exercises out over the coast or smaller secondary airfields. While a blue zone doesn't automatically ground your drone like a red FRZ does, it demands heightened awareness. The law requires you to be fully aware of the local airspace before you launch. You must click on the blue zone to read the specifics. You may need to yield to temporary rules, watch out for low-flying aircraft, or seek specific local approval. Finally, we have the yellow zones. Scattered around Darlington, Stockton and wider Teesside industrial areas, you'll see these yellow patches. Yellow means hazard or warning. While the airspace itself isn't officially closed off by air traffic control, these areas represent significant ground hazards, privacy concerns or security risks, like chemical plants, major railway lines, schools and prisons. Even though you aren't in a red zone, the standard UK drone code firmly applies here. By law, you must keep a safe distance, typically 50 metres from uninvolved people, and you cannot fly directly over crowds or built up residential or industrial areas unless you are flying a specific sub 250 gram micro drone or you hold advanced CAA operational authorizations. The yellow zones are there to remind you to assess the ground risk. Hitting a power line or trespassing over an industrial site in the northeast isn't just dangerous, it can lead to serious legal trouble. So before you pack your drone for a flight around the beautiful northeast coastline or the Teesside countryside, Always pull up the drone safety map, respect the red, investigate the blue and proceed with caution in the yellow. Fly safe, fly smart and follow the drone code. So, hope you got something from that. Obviously, it's important to check a drone map before you fly, the night before or even the morning of flight, to make sure it's safe. There's no no-fly zones or temporary no-fly zones in your area. So then you can at least think of an alternative place to go and fly a drone. Obviously, I can't fly it here or at Sixfields, or where I was a moment ago, or my usual spot. So I'm gonna have to wait. That's why I'm doing these videos where I'm kind of just talking to camera and not really flying the drone, because I can't fly the drone. And that obviously shows that I'm following rules. But yeah, as soon as that no-fly zone disappears, I'm gonna be straight out doing more videos, doing little lessons and bits and pieces to show you. So if you've enjoyed this video, hit like, comment below and let me know what you think of the rules, what you think of the video. Be polite, and yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video. So take care of yourself and happy flying. Bye-bye.
I stand alone and nail my bones to this floor. I lay my head and sew my skin to this bed. And I have to find a piece of my mind. I have left my soul far behind.